should probably do is lay down and just let the sun cook it off.
Oh, that seems like an excellent idea, but I'm not as dumb as I look.
How could you be?
When you're talking about epic comebacks, there's no chance Bill Burr wouldn't be included. For some background, Leah DeLaria had recently finalized a divorce and was appearing on Conan's show.
Yes.
And you broke off that engagement recently, is that true?
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Now, was this a painful thing or kind of amicable?
Bill Burr, who was also a guest on the show, gave a sharp, off-the-cuff take on what he thought might have led to the breakup.
I have that's all my ink. I have this mic on, so.
Yeah, that's all right.
Be a gentleman and help me off with my question.
Hey, Conan, can you believe that marriage didn't work out?
When movie star Jesse Eisenberg sat down with a reporter who kept asking awkward, random questions, he delivered the perfect comeback.
Can I just have you say my name into the camera?
Just the word Romina?
Well, my name, not a word.
And what's going to happen to it?
We'll skip it.
I'll do the thing.
We'll skip it.
But I just wanted to know, like what to give it.
Like if we just broke up.
I probably wouldn't say anything then.
You're trying to find me in a crowded place.
Oh, okay. Romina.
That's it? I would never hear you.
The thing is, I actually didn't want to find you. I was actually hoping to stay alone.
Such a jerk.
You may know Stephen Hawking as a brilliant scientist who studied black holes in the universe, but it turns out he also had a sharp sense of humor.
You've stated that you believe there could be an infinite number of parallel universes. Does that mean that there is a universe out there where I am smarter than you?
Yes, and also a universe where you're funny.
We all know Jay Leno has a very distinctive look, and comedian Louis C.K., who was also his friend, didn't hesitate to joke about it in public.
If I can say this without insulting you,
yes.
You're the weirdest looking person on the planet Earth.
Thank you. Thank you. That doesn't insult me at all. That's very kind.
I don't mean that as a negative.
No, not at all.
It's just nobody. I can't describe
It's just the fact that I have a full head of hair. That's what's going on.
Well, sure.
I don't mean that in a bad way. No, I don't.
Louis ended up getting the final word, and finishing the moment with a line that was pure comedy gold.
If you weren't famous and you robbed a bank and the dude was describing you to like a police sketch artist, he'd be like, no, seriously, what did he look like? Nobody looks like this.
Is Kumail Nanjiani's multiple colors? Yes. Every shade of your mom's lipstick.
But I'm okay because I'm covered in a down jacket of fat.
I'm aware of all your facial widths over the years. 2002, you're gross. If I look at a show from 2002, it's almost like, it looks like you were digitally manipulated. Like you were a skinny guy playing a fat guy in the movie and they digitally stretched your face. You look great now. I'm just saying in 2002, you were disgusting. Just look at the tape. Just look at the tapes.
You might not know this, but Conan O'Brien studied literature in college. Apparently, Jennifer Garner didn't realize that, and she found out the hard way.
There's time when you snuck into the room to see what the...
I sneaked into the room. Snuck isn't a word, Conan, and you went to Harvard and you should know that.
A few minutes later.
Snuck, past and past part of sneak.
Another TV show that became hugely popular in the late 90s and early 2000s was Judge Judy. Most defendants usually tried to stay quiet and avoid making things worse. But one man who stepped up to the stand decided to do the opposite and completely changed the tone of the courtroom.
And with how many different women do you have these 10 children?
About
I'll give you a
4.
second, just a second. I don't want you to make a mistake. I'll let you think about it for a second. How many?
About 4.
About 4? What do you mean about 4? What does that mean, about 4?
About 4 of them, including your daughter.
What are you talking about?
It was just a joke, man.
And England skipper Andrew Strauss arrived in London, proudly showing off the little urn. They'll spend 4 days at home before flying out for the World Cup. And Belinda, I just can't understand how something so small can be so impressive.
Well, Mark, you would know about that. Thank you very much. Weather's next with Jane Riley, but first...
I had to Google the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I didn't know what it was. I hadn't even heard of it.
The only reason that you're saying that is because you know I slept with your mother. You don't usually expect actors to have serious academic credentials in science, So when a reporter assumed that Mayim Bialik from The Big Bang Theory didn't actually know much about the subject, he quickly found himself in an awkward situation.
So, being on The Big Bang Theory, how many people, not that you aren't a genius, but how many people think that you can solve calculus at the drop of a hat?
I actually was trained in calculus for several years. Yeah, I'm a neuroscientist, so you may not have known that. Yeah.
Most contestants on The X Factor accept the judge's criticism and move on. But this guy wasn't staying quiet. He showed up ready with sharp comebacks of his own. Tyson's story is unlike most. He went from a troubled childhood and time in prison to becoming a more reflective and calmer version of himself. So when a reporter brought up old accusations to question who he is today, Tyson wasn't about to stay silent.
Now, some of your critics would say, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that?
Hey, I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. You know what I mean? And I don't have no comment to that, because it's negative and you're being negative. And I met the mayor, right, and nothing they can do about it.
We actually had a really good time. We talked about George Cervallo, who's a legend in your city, great man with whom Mike spent quite a bit of time yesterday talking about his life, highs and lows.
It's so interesting because you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit.
Hey,
with that comment.
Come on.
No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit.
We're doing live TV.
Hey, I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
All right, you got a show that you're doing tonight. We are. A lot of people are. Where it comes raw and it's the real truth. Yeah, a lot of people will be there to see.
The fact that Mike chose not to react physically says a lot about how much he has changed from the person he once was. Insulting London's assembly isn't something most politicians would dare to do. But if anyone could say it and still walk away untouched, it would be Boris Johnson.
Thank the Mayor for his attendance because the Assembly members have decided they have no questions to put to you.
Are you saying they're abdicating their duty to scrutinise me? Are you saying they haven't the guts to put questions to me? Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
You go in the water or the ocean a lot, or you? Because some people hate the ocean.
No, I like the ocean. I do. I like the ocean very much.
Yeah, that's great. Do you float a lot in the ocean?
Sure. What do you sink? Might be that cast iron heart.
The Weakest Link became a huge hit largely because of Anne Robinson and her razor-sharp wit paired with her brutally clever insults.
Think that bra fits you?
I'm not actually wearing a bra.
That's what I thought.
However, every villain eventually meets their match. And for Anne Robinson, that moment came when a contestant named Howard stepped up and gave it right back to her. The man named Howard.
Doris, when she missed the question, she took up a larger amount of time than necessary.
Okay, you're always very quick, are you, Howard?
In some things, yes. In other things, I like to take my time, if you know what I mean.
I've absolutely no idea what you mean. What do you mean?
Somehow, I don't doubt that.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps support my journey on YouTube. See you in the next one.